PK Subban, PK Subban, PK Subban. Why would you say that? There was a recent article that came out, and PK Subban said that he still considers himself an elite top defenseman in this league, even after this horrible year he had. Now, granted, the whole Devils team had a bad year. They had to fire their GM, they had to fire their coach, they had to get used to the new coach, Nazardine, who was their assistant coach, and they had a couple of good trades that they made where they shipped out Taylor Hall, Andy Green, Blake Coleman. So they made a couple of key trades with a couple of good names on this team, and it affected their play, but for the better. So, let's talk about this whole issue. I got a good chuckle out of it because, the thing is that we had all of us, the fans, the players, we all had a tumultuous year this year. And, it was one of those off seasons that when you heard that the Devils acquired PK Subban, things started to look up. We all recognized that he didn't have the best of years leaving Nashville, that he was getting older, and, we know we weren't going to get the best Subban, but at least we're going to get a good defenseman. But as the year started, and, especially from that first game, we were up 4-0, and he was on the ice for a couple of those goals against and lost that game. And, this year was just a train wreck in the beginning of the year. Typically with his game too, he wasn't quick to get to the players in front of the net. His passes trying to get out of the zone would always never hit anybody's stick, would always either be an icing, would either hit a player's stick and go further. His shots were nowhere on near net. Shots were getting blocked. He wasn't scoring. He was just, and you saw the frustration in a lot of games. He was not playing good at all, and it was getting to him. And it was the whole entire team, but him especially as well. So, I still think he's a competent defenseman. I still think he could do a lot to help a team. Is he still one of the great elite defensemen? No, but he's a serviceable defenseman, and that's what we need. So I'm hoping for a bounce-back year next year. I think with the whole coming over from a team that was, even he said it in that article, he came from Nashville where it was like Stanley Cup finalists, President's Trophy winners, just accolade after accolade of having these good teams year after year. So you knew what you were doing. You knew you were competing for a cup. Then coming to a Jersey team where it was kind of like coming to the youngest team in the league. You had a lot of new players on the team to get used to. And, it was a very different dynamic. And probably to get used to all that, trying to go through a GM change, trying to go through a coaching change, trading away your best talents, and, trying to get used to that whole year is tumultuous. It really is. So I understand how he would have a bad year this year, but it was just god-awful. And I remember just in the beginning of the year, I've never yelled at the TV so much at a defenseman in my life, ever since probably John Merrill, Peter Harold, Eric Jelena. I haven't yelled at a defenseman since that, and I think that's what pissed me off even more about him, because he has such a big contract for the next couple of years at $9 million a year that I still don't understand why we took the whole contract. The frustration grew because we knew the potential of what he could do even as an older defenseman, and we weren't getting any of that, and that's what was the most frustrating, because we had him locked in for a couple more years. And are we going to get this for another 2 more years? I don't believe so. I think he's going to turn around. I really do. He played better in the second half of the year. His passes were more precise. He hit a lot more at the end of the year. Good hits, too. Not just like hit to hit someone. His shots got through. He scored a couple of nice slap shot goals. He was just more of an efficient defenseman out there. He did have his lapses still here and there, but he was a better defenseman in the latter half of the year than the beginning of the year. So, Devils fans, we got to hold on to that going into the next year. Now, there's a lot of talk of, with the whole potential buyouts, his name's coming up there a lot. And I don't think he's going to be one of our targets as far as buying him out. We gave up a lot to get him. We gave up 2 second-round picks. We gave up Steve Santini, who I liked, and Jeremy Davies. And Jeremy Davies was a promising defenseman in the coming up, and none of those players broke out with Nashville either, so I don't know. But let's just go over some of his stats. Subban this year, he played in 68 games. He had 7 goals, 11 assists, 18 points, minus 21. My God. In 7 years with Montreal, he had 434 games played, 63 goals, 215 assists for 278 points. And in 3 years with Nashville, he played in 211 games, 35 goals, 95 assists, 130 points. His giveaways this year were he had 65 giveaways, which is his sixth worst year. 90 blocks, 88 hits. His shot through percentage was 51.7, and that was his second best year. Last year was his best year with 55.1, so that's pretty good. Total shots attempted, 292, which is his third lowest in his career. And blocked shots, I think that was his shots that he tried to get through that were blocked by the opposing team, and that was 83 of them. So, what he said in the article was that, that's what this whole video is about, and what fans are... I saw this on social media ever since late last night and all day today. So I figured, let me just do a video on it, and I'll just read what he basically said. He says he's still one of the top elite defensemen in the NHL despite a poor 2019-2020 season. He said better things to come, potential Stanley Cup, and a second Norris Trophy. And, he's 31 years old now, so it's going to be hard to get a Norris Trophy as you get older. In biggest games, biggest moments, I feel I'm one of the players that teams would love to have on their team and can rely on, and it's always been my game. And I liked what he said in the positive things about this, looking ahead to the Devils in the next year. He said, before you think of what we need, think about what we are getting, another year of experience. We had the youngest team, and all these young, great players like Hughes, Hischier, Zacha, all these players, I don't mean to say Zacha's a great player, but all these players that are younger are going to get another year of experience, another year under their belt to, grow as a team. And that's what's important as well. And, they brought PK Subban in basically because of what he offers a team. At this stage of his career, he could help, point-wise, as he did a lot in the past, but not to that extent that he did in his good years. But his team presence, he's a big team. He likes to kid around, keep the room loose. You could see it the way he kids around with Jack Hughes, calling him Jizzy. And, you could tell from the way he takes that when he said it, it wasn't kind of like he was upset about it. The whole team was laughing about it when he said it. So they like the guy. He's a good locker room guy. He keeps things loose, and you need those players. I remember even Danico said that when this trade went down, or before the year started, when when we were having a bad start. He was saying that they brought him in because the team was too quiet in the locker room. They needed some sort of presence in there to engage everybody, to have them, just get up for games and, get up for the moment. They didn't have that. So that's why they brought him in to help out with that situation. But, what comes with PK Subban is all the background stuff, his YouTube channel he's doing now, all the distractions in that come with him is what hurts this team, I think, and probably hurt the other teams. That's why they got rid of him. And hopefully he can suppress that in the coming years and concentrate more on hockey, where it would help the team out and grow with the team. So I think he'll have a bounce back year. I don't wish anything like us to trade him or anything. I mean, he has a big cap hit. I understand that. I understand he had a rough year. I think he will turn it around. I really do. I know his cap hit is relatively high, but I don't think any teams are going to take on that cap hit unless we bite a lot of that salary. But he's a good guy. Underneath it all, I don't know, I've never met him, but I'm just saying from what I've heard, and for him to donate $10 million to children's charity, that speaks very highly of him. So, everybody, I have a lot of Montreal fans on my thing. They always talked about how nice he was to the fans, how engaging he was to all the people that he talked to in and out of the games. So there is good to keep him around. But, I just wish he didn't come out and say this at this point of his career. Just buckle down, get ready for the next year and, just kill it next year, man. Just kill it. That's what us Devil fans want. We don't want nothing bad. We just want to win. That's all we want. We want this team to be good, to turn it around, and I think we will. Devils fans, be positive about the next year. We have a lot of good things that happen. We have the most cap space in the league, and probably after we buy out, if we do buy out Corey Schneider, we'll have another $6 million on that. So we can make a lot of moves. I know we will make a lot of moves. We have the draft. Potential for 3 first-round picks, maybe 2 with what I don't know what's going to happen with that Tampa Bay Vancouver pick, but we have a potential for 2 first-round draft picks. You guys have to nail those picks because we really need good players in this organization, more of them, and more elite players. So, you know, I think they will make a lot of moves this offseason. I think we'll have a better year next year. And, you know, PK, buckle down. You know what you just said, so you got to live up to it, and that's what all Devils fans want to see. We want to see you live up to it. We want to see the best out of you in these upcoming years. So just do it, my man. Just do it. Thank you all for watching. Please comment below. Let me know what you think about this whole situation. Did you get a good laugh out of it? What happened when you first saw this article? Comment below. Let me know. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the hockey channel. And this is everybody who's watching. I know there's Montreal fans that are probably going to see this, Nashville fans that are probably going to see this, fans around the NHL. Let me know what you think below. And as always, thank you all for watching. Please be safe out there. Have a great night. Have a great day tomorrow, and take it easy.